Hi crafty friends, it's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to the Crafty Corner. Today we are going to make a magic slider card. Look at that. I showed you last week where it has a cute little card and you pull the tab and you get to see the color come to life. Okay, so this card is great if you like to color. If you don't like to color, don't make this card. Make something else. There's probably some other cool thing to do, but you gotta like to color. So let's get started. So we're gonna make a Christmassy one, and I'd like to show you. It makes a cute card even without the magic. So you could of course make this. This is a new stamp set called So Santa. He's super cute. There's one on a scooter, there's one on a baking Santa, and one with the surfboard and the little pineapple drink. So it's a super fun set. But I thought he'd be super cute to color this one. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So the first part is we need to stamp. So let me move this out of the way. I am going to use my Stamparatus, and I've already got the stamp on there, and I've got my inks here and my paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, make sure, so this is our window sheet. You need one of those, and this is Whisper White, and they're both cut 3x4. Okay, so first we're going to stamp on the paper, and we're going to use Memento. I'm going to move it all around and make sure I get it nice and inky. Okay. Let's close this up. Give it a little love. Oh, needs a little more. See how I kind of missed the spot there? Sometimes that thing to know, the ink pads in the middle sometimes get a teeny bit bowed, or they have less ink because everybody stamps there. And so if you can see, the part I'm missing ink is in the middle. So I'm going to just re-ink that. Try not to do too much because I don't want the rest of it to get too dark. And I didn't use the magnet, so let's hope that works out. Oh, no, it did not. So anyway, that's what happens sometimes. Let's use the magnets. So they're on the back, and we want to keep them apart from each other. Okay, luckily I've got an extra piece of paper. Ooh, I'm trying to keep them apart. Okay, there we go. So let's try again, because that might happen to you where you'll forget something. So there's a magnet and there's a magnet, and make sure he fits in the middle. Yes. Okay, so let's try again. Let's see if I can ink him well the first time. Can you see the ink? Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to ink my Santa up. Give him lots of ink. This is a Memento pad, so I can give it a little wiggle. Okay, let's try again. There we go. I'm happy with that one. Okay, so then I'm going to slide that away. I think I need to re-ink my pad, but this will color up just nicely. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to put my piece of window sheet there, and I definitely want to use my magnets. Okay. Magnet at the top. Sorry, it is slow for picking them up, and that's okay. All right. So now I'm going to ink him with my StazOn, because on window sheet you need a permanent ink, and I'm going to make sure he gets nice and inky, especially in the middle. Okay, wish me luck. Here we go, because you definitely don't want to smear or wiggle on your window sheet. It's going to be slippery, so even if it's a simple stamp, I recommend your Stamparatus, because that will take that issue out of the way. And there we go. You can't see because I got a witch behind. But let's take it out. And there you go. Look at him. He's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to set him off to dry a little bit, because he will stay wet for a little while, and I can move this out of the way. All right, so next up, you would color, and the magic of video, let's pretend like I just colored him. I use, this color is Poppy Parade, which is a newer color. And then I used, we don't have a garden green blend, so I used the spruce, I think the light spruce one. And this is Pool Party for his scooter. And I added a little bit of smoky, oops, let me show you closer. A little bit of smoky slate in his beard and things like that. So there he is, Santa's all colored. So next we need to cut the little window. So you need to use your trimmer, and you need your cutting blade. The piece of paper is an 1/8 inch. So it's 3 1/8 times 4 1/8. We are going to cut the vertical lines first. I'm going to use the numbers on this side. Make sure you can see that. Okay, on this side. So see, it's 3 1/8, and I'm going to make a 3/4 border. So I'm going to come here to 3 1/4. And then I'm going to come up and find that I need 1/4 and 1/8. And let's hope I did it right. And I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to come to the 1/4. Yay! And then turn it all the way around and repeat. So it's 3 1/8. I'm going to come to 3 1/4. This, if it didn't move, it's in the right spot, this notch. So I'm going to push that down, push up, and I need to come to the 1/4 and that extra 1/8. Okay, flip it again. And now you can use this to line it up. My blade should be in the, I keep calling it a thing, my blade should be in just the right spot. And now I'm just going to go to the line. Lift it up, flip it over, same thing, go to the 1/4. That's going to give me that 3/4 inch border. My blade is in the right spot. Come up to the line. Woohoo! Look at that! And you made a cute little frame. Okay, get rid of your trimmer. You can put this in your scrap bin, use it later. All right. Do I have a silicone sheet here? No. All right, so I'm just going to use this. I'm going to flip it over because I do feel that when you cut, you can kind of tell. And there's little bits you can see in the notches in the corner, but it doesn't really bother me. When you put it all together, you can't tell. This is just the right amount that you can run your snail down. And you want your snail to go down all 4 sides. And I just noticed that that didn't come great. Okay, all 4 sides, so I've got it sticky. And then get your window sheet. You want it facing the right way up, so that will go on top. So this is upside down, so I flip my Santa upside down. And I am just gonna put him as centered on here as I can. Okay, so this card, it's gonna slide out to the left, so there will be no adhesive on that side. If you're doing it up, same thing. Wherever your panel is going to slide out, you don't want any adhesive. So I'm going to flip him over. I might as well leave that there. I think you can see better. Oh, maybe not. I should have got a new piece of grid paper, but I didn't. Okay, so then I'm going to use our foam strips. They're a little bit wider. They're a little bit longer. It'll go a little quicker. So you're going to peel that off. I've spaced it so you can just put this kind of in the middle. Let's do one on the other side. I probably should have put that up a little bit. And have your snips, and you can just snip off the edge. I think it'll be okay. And then we need some across the bottom as a stopper. So that is going to be... And it really doesn't have to go the whole way, but, you know, most of the way is good. And hold on, I totally am all crooked there. Okay, so let's peel that up real careful. Get it lined up straight. Okay, so there's my foam sheet. Next, peel that off. Okay, and I will put all the measurements in the blog post. If you're finding this from YouTube first or Facebook, click the link at the bottom and go to the blog, and it will have all the measurements. Okay, so there's Santa. Get your colored one, flip this over, and let's hope I don't get my head in the way. You want to look straight over top, and the best you can, line that up. But I lined it up the wrong way. But you know what? It is stuck down, so we are going to go with it. The good thing is I can change that. No big deal at all. So there's my Santa, and there's a little hole in there. See that little hole? And it's all stuck on. Okay. So then I have my card. Oh, wait, last thing you need to make. You need a panel. And this is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 by 4 5/8. And I like the tag topper punch. This is just a hair bigger than what you would normally want to use for this punch, but I'll show you how that works. So you're going to slide it in and get it as centered as you can, and then punch it out. Okay, so you're gonna, well, I didn't center great, but you're gonna have these little bits. Take your snips and snip those off. because you won't see it with the finished card. You'll see it when it pulls out. So I'm going to make that one look kind of pretty. Okay, and then stamp it. I like to stamp it. You don't have to, but if you have coordinating, so Magic of TV, I stamped it. This is in the same Santa set, and I colored it with light spruce and the same poppy red. I've added the ribbon. So now my card's going to go this way. So see, that way he has a little bit of holly. And then when you pull this out, let's see if I can get it just right. It's going to color him up. Okay, so I would have preferred the other way because I like the idea of it going the way of the scooter, but it's not a deal breaker. I will definitely still send this to somebody. Okay, now let's put it on the card. So I'm going to put it on the card here and put that there. Okay, so when you flip this over, you do need, I would use your Tombow glue, or for the sake of this not taking a long time to dry, since I'm doing this in a video, I'm going to use snail, but I am going to put it all the way around. So I really like this card. I've messed up like twice. So that's good because you get to see the real crafting. Okay, now bring your card back in. I do attempt to put things on straight. It doesn't always work. As you notice, there's a tinier border and a wider border. I'm actually going to slide it over a little bit and do it a little bit high. And then I'm going to put that down. Okay. Push a little in the middle. I just don't want to push on the sand. I want to give them more time to dry. And then this cute little thing, just scooting by with a Christmas high. That's in the same set. And what do you think? I'm undecided. I'm going to use some glue dots, and I will put that on there. Let's look one more time, and then we'll be all done. And you can make one yourself. So I'm going to use a couple glue dots. I'm just going to put 2, and then I'll see where it goes. All right, so I do like it the opposite. So I'm going to put it there. If I got my glue dots, yay, I got them right. So there we go. There is my Santa, my So Santa magic card. All right, have questions, need help? Let me know. Thank you, and stay crafty.